Dear listeners, my name is Anthony Clark.
And I'm Melanie Clark.
And we are
The Amazing Clarks.
We're both award-winning certified life and love coaches and a husband and wife duo that have been coaching together as a team for 24 years and that have been passionately in love for 34. They call us the Amazing Clarks because we empower people to live amazing lives.
And we're here to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in life and love. Love the Amazing Clarks is our personal love letter to all of you that love love.
That's right, guys, and you know that we love love.
Yes.
So, all right, let's get this party started. So today we have another amazing episode for you guys. We're going to continue on our series from our ebook, How to Stop Being an Irritating Person, 20 Irritating Traits That Pushes People Away and How to Fix Them. So once again, this is an ebook that we wrote, and each week we've been covering one of the topics from the ebook. And so today we're up to topic number 15. And 15, today's episode is being too moody. The irritating trait of being too moody. So now, the whole point of this ebook and covering this for you guys is not about making fun of people that have irritating traits or just saying things are irritating. It's because if you are a loyal listener to this show and part of our community, then you're always striving to be better and better than you were in the past. So you want to be the best you possible. So when it comes to relationships, dating, life across the board. So a lot of times the things that hinder us from being more connected with other people, from having better relationships, better dating outcomes, it's irritating traits that we don't see that we have, or irritating traits that other people have that they don't see.
Yeah.
So this ebook is to help you to identify maybe if you have those irritating traits or not, and to own it.
Yeah.
And then to get some advice and some tips on how to repair it so that you can have better outcomes.
Yes.
And so we're no different. When we wrote this ebook, we saw some irritating traits that we've had in the past that we've worked on, and some that we're still working on, and some that we just want to make sure we avoid and never have to work on.
Right.
So once again, that's the spirit of us covering this. But before we jump into that main topic, it's time for catching up with the Clarks.
Okay.
And now this is where we share what's been going on with us in our personal life, to let you guys inside get a little bit of our Kool-Aid, what we got going on.
I don't know why people want our Kool-Aid, but
well, I think
I'll give them some.
You know what?
I got extra Kool-Aid to share.
Yeah, I think that people, because we are relationship coaches, and we're trying to model what a long-term successful relationship looks like.
True.
And we've been together 34 years, still in love. People want to know, like, how do you do that? And as a coach, they're seeing one dimension, but people want to see behind the scenes.
Okay.
Like, what does it look like? What does it feel like to have that kind of relationship? So, hey, but I could be wrong.
Could be. You could be right too.
So
what's going on with you? You always ask me first. So I'm going to ask you today. What's going on with you, Anthony? Tell us some of your Kool-Aid.
Okay. Let me think. I got one.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to share that recently I went on a play date. Melanie set up a play date for me with another couple. And when I'm saying play date, basically, you know, when your woman, guys, you can relate to this. When your woman goes, hey, I have a friend and she's married, has a husband, and let's go out. Maybe you guys could be friends. And she'll set up a date, us, you guys to hang out. And it's like, sometimes for a man, that can be an awkward situation. It's just like, a lot of men I feel like I don't want you setting up get-togethers and play dates with me with other men, because I'm picky about the men that I hang around, the men I choose to let in my life, choose to be friends. And so a play date, it's like, you know, when you're a kid, your mother would set up a play date with you as a kid, with another kid.
Yeah.
And, but as an adult, it's kind of weird sometimes, because it could go either way. It could be great or it could be bad. Okay. And if it's bad, then you're in a situation where it's like, okay, this is her friend's man. And she has a good relationship with her friend. I don't want to mess the friend relationship up, but I'm not feeling my man right here. So I got to play along with this, and I can't be disrespectful. So it kind of be tough.
Yeah.
So I'm proud to say that this one was a home run. Okay. It was a great one. I had a great time. He was a great guy. We hit it off immediately, just started laughing and getting into some real conversations. Next thing you know, you guys on the side of the table doing your thing, we're doing our thing. We just connected. So it was like, all right, it was a good one.
Oh, this is fascinating. May I ask questions?
Uh-oh. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So you said, it could go bad. Like what constitutes going bad? Like you don't have anything in common. You can't talk. Like what makes it bad?
What could go bad is if, let's say, he's a jerk. You know what I'm saying?
That's happened too.
Yeah. Oh, he's, I'm accepting of people, but when I have to hang out with you, if I can't be myself and be vulnerable, open, then I'm going to shut down and just be polite and just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite. I want to be me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to, tone down my vulnerability and connect.
Yeah.
So that can be it. If the guy is boring, where I got to it's like pulling teeth, start a conversation. I'm not working for that. It's like, no, I'm not going to sit and kiss your ass and pull teeth to try to be your buddy. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, ain't happening. That sucks.
Oh, the male mind. I love it.
Or if the guy is just, he's too shallow. I can do about 5 minutes of shallow. We could talk about sports for a little bit lightly. But I don't want a whole conversation on that.
I don't want to spend hours, the whole 2-hour dinner, hour dinner.
I don't like guys that try to suck me into, how women suck and all that stuff. Like, women are see it. They don't get it. I'm not doing that. No, homie. I'm not going to turn into a woman hater. I love my woman. I love my wife. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and. So
happy to hear that. Good.
Yeah. So those are things of just quite a few that can.
So those are the things that would make it bad for you.
Or if they're not authentic.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Right.
So let me ask you one other question about this, because like we've had this conversation before about, you feeling like I'm setting you up on play dates, which it's not really what I'm doing. I'm just hanging out and,
I get it.
My question is, and this actually came up between me and my friend, should we plan a date where it's just her and I? Or should we bring you along? Now, my friend.
Right. I met her. I could have hung out with the rest of you guys, too.
So would you prefer that?
No.
Like in those situations where I tell my friend, like, don't bring your man. You could hang out with me and Anthony as a couple, but we don't want to meet anybody new. Anthony doesn't want to play date.
You know what?
Like, how do you want to handle that?
For one, I felt confident that we were gonna get along.
Okay, good.
Because for one, I can't keep it real. I liked her.
Yeah.
She's a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And New Yorkers are going to tend to get along.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same mindset.
Right.
So it was like, okay, this is probably, okay. And then I don't think that she would have done it either.
Yeah.
Because she was like, no, I think you guys really get along. And so if a New Yorker doesn't think, they're going to let you know, like, it's not a good idea. This ain't going to work. No, so I took that into account.
Okay.
And then it was like, it wasn't a big commitment. Okay. It was just like, let's do lunch.
And we did lunch.
Now, if it was like, let's spend the day.
Yeah.
Or let's go on vacation.
Yeah.
Then it's like,
also, I am aware that this is something that's not your favorite. So I also try to, when I set up play dates, to make them someplace interesting and out, and not to go to someo's house and be like trapped.
Oh, God. We've done that before. And then for both of us, it was like, no. No.
We're not going to your house. We will meet you. We'll meet you somewhere for a lunch or a dinner or a drink or a coffee or whatever. So Anthony doesn't have to feel like he's trapped on a play date. So thanks for sharing that.
No, thank you.
I'm sure a lot of other men feel the same way. So I think it's a very honest conversation, and I appreciate the honesty.
But ironically, if the guy is just honest about who he is, just like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Then that's easier to deal with. It's like, okay, you're that guy, you're a character. It's when they try to pretend to be and try to cover stuff up and it's like, no, show me who you are. And I'll show you, and we can take it from there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, keep it real with me, I'll keep it real with you.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that.
That's right.
Very insightful.
I hope I didn't come off as being too moody.
Great segue, honey. Great segue. All right. No, you're not too moody.
Okay. I'm not being too moody?
No.
All right. So,
great segue.
Great segue. Okay, people. Now that you guys heard enough about my play date, it's time for the main topic. So once again, guys, we're covering another topic from our ebook, How to Stop Being an Irritating Person, 20 Irritating Traits That Pushes People Away and How to Fix Them.
Yes.
So today's irritating trait is being too moody. People that go through mood swings. Now, this may be you. And if you're a person that's moody and it goes through mood swings. And everybody has their moments, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But there's like where it's constant.
Yeah.
Where that's really your personality. And if that is the case, and you want a better relationship, better dating life, better outcomes in life in general, then odds are this is a trait that's holding you back.
Oh, yeah. I think this is a huge one for daters.
Yeah.
That a lot of daters are not aware of. They just think it's normal, you know?
Right. And so when we refer to mood swings, it's when your mood just drastically changes. Like disproportionately for no real reason, just like, woof, you're here, now you're over there, now you're happy, now you're angry, now you're pissed off. You become unpredictable, but it just keeps shifting.
Yeah.
And that's being moody and mood swings.
Okay.
So I'll let you run with that and then I'll jump in there. What have been your experiences with that?
You know,
Wait. First of all, it is an irritating trait for you.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because this is about us too. Because as we're going through this, guys, as we wrote this ebook, there were traits once again that we looked at that we had. Because we want to be the best that we can be too. And there were traits that were irritating that we've worked on. But sometimes those irritating traits have a way of sneaking back up on you.
Yeah.
When you don't see them coming. And so we want to stay aware that they don't sneak back up on us. And then there's some irritating traits that we are still working on to some degree. And then there may be some other irritating trait that we just don't see. But if it's there, we want to see it. So it's not just about, shaming. It's not about shaming anybody. It's about, let's develop this awareness all together.
Yeah.
And so we can come up.
Okay. So what is your question again?
Would you consider yourself to be a moody person? Too moody?
I have moments of moodiness. I have certain times of moodiness. And actually, this is something that I have been consciously working on. A couple of months ago, quick story. A couple months ago, I was taking this online course. I've just really fallen in love with Kabbalah. So I was taking this Kabbalah course. And in the Kabbalah course, it asked you to ask someone really close to you that loves you if there's anything about yourself that you could work on or change to make better. And I decided to ask our daughter, Tony. And when I asked Tony that question, I was like, it's okay. You could say anything. Like, I'm not going to get upset. Like, I genuinely want to know. And her response was basically moodiness, right? She said, sometimes, this is what she said. She said, sometimes, like if, maybe if I'm not getting along with someone or, one of us kids are not doing what you want, you just get like, all right, come on, just get over it. Come on, get it together. And I was like, oh, so my mood changes. Like I get moody, like I just get annoyed. And she said, yeah, sometimes you do that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm aware of that. And thank you for telling me that. And I'm going to work on it. So I literally have been like, when I feel myself wanting to react, like that creates reactivity, right? The moodiness is really about like something bothers you and then you react outwardly and other people have to deal with your reaction. So I've really been working on my reaction time, which is why I like the Kabbalah course. Because in Kabbalah, everything's all about reaction, right? So part of Kabbalah is pause and say to yourself, what a pleasure that I recognize that I feel this way, because then you have time to manage it. So long answer, yes, I can be moody, but I am aware of it. And I am currently employing tools to get better at it because I don't like to deal with moody people. I have said for many years, like when I was working in dental offices, one of the worst things for me was working for a doctor that was moody. Like if you're going to be a jerk 24/7. I can deal with that. Like I can manage it. I know how to come at you. I know how to talk to you. I know how to communicate. But if you're a jerk and then you're nice and then you're giving and kind, and then you're a jerk, and then you're shut down, and then you're cold, and then you're hot. Like I don't know what to do with that. Like just be a jerk or don't be a jerk. But being both at the same time is very, very difficult for me. So because I feel that way, I don't want to be that. So I work on that consciously.
Good job, baby.
Thank you.
Good job. 1 second.
Minnie, what are you doing?
You know what? We had that button. I just had to use it because it was like
you like a little kid. Like, I want to play with this right now. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so let me ask you the same question. Are you moody?
Would I consider myself to be moody?
Yes.
In all honesty, no.
Okay. Why not?
No. Can I change my mood? Can I be? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm human. So I don't think being too moody is the issue. Yeah. Everybody goes through moods. Moods are emotions.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
I got to agree with you. You are actually moodless. A lot of times, moodless? Yeah, you are moodless. Yeah. Like, I can't even sometimes tell what your mood is. Like, you are like, even across the board. Like, I have to even ask you sometimes, like, what kind of mood are you in? How you doing? What's going on with you? Where are you at?
It's true.
I have to ask you that because I can't always read your mood because you don't have a lot of moods. You're not a moody person at all. It's interesting.
Should I say thank you?
I don't know. Is that a compliment? Sure. Is that a compliment?
Okay, you know what?
It's an observation. It's not a judgment. Honestly, it's an observation, not a judgment.
I take pride in it.
Yeah. Okay. It works.
And my mood is consistently, from my perspective, it's generally a positive move.
Yeah, it's true.
And even when I run across something that's like a speed bump, the emotional thing, it's just like a speed bump that throws me off for a second.
Yeah.
But then by being out of alignment, whether I'm pissed off, whether I'm saddened, frustrated, whatever negative emotion, it's my indicator right away that I'm out of alignment, and I go to EIP. Everything's perfect. Yeah. This happened for a reason, and I have faith in that. So then it snaps right back to, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, keep it pushing.
You're a master at that. I have to give it to you.
I'm like that because I was raised around so many moody people. And as a kid, it was traumatic being around moody people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like what you were saying, be one thing or the other. Because when you go back and forth, you're toying with my emotions.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I can't predict you. And if I can't predict people, I don't deal with you. I do very limited deal with you. It's my limit. My dealing with you would be very limited.
Makes sense.
It's like if I don't trust you, it's going to be the same way. And so it's a form of trust.
Yeah.
I want to be able to I want consistency. So because of that, I've learned to be that.
Okay.
And I will say this, what you were just saying, I want to give you kudos. You've done an amazing job of maintaining your moods over the last 6 months, a year.
Thanks.
Yeah, you've definitely, kudos to you. And it's been great. And moody people tend to put me into energy.
Yeah.
To their energy. And I hate that energy. I hate that, like, and because I pick it up.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I don't think I'm a too moody person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've experienced a lot of moody people in my life. Like, I've had a lot of relationships with really moody people.
Right.
And I think for me, it's law of attraction, right? I was moody. So of course I'm going to attract moody people so that I could see myself. And it helped me to really recognize it in myself. But I'll say this, I hope I'm not getting ahead of what you want to talk about, Anthony. But
no.
I just got to flow the way I flow.
No, go ahead.
But what I've noticed for me is, and you kind of touched on this, my moodiness is a reaction to something I'm thinking about or something not going my way or my perspective on something. And it's almost like an alarm bell externally to let me know that I need to grow, that I want something different, or that I need to change my perspective, or that I need to do something different in my life. And my moods help me to recognize that, right? Like when I notice I'm in a bad mood, or I notice I'm getting angry, or I notice that I'm frustrated, then it's like an alarm bell, like, hey, why do you feel this way? Right. And then I start asking myself questions. Why am I so moody? Why is this annoying me? What is it that I need? And so sometimes it's just like, I will teach this in coaching. Like, sometimes moods are not necessarily a bad thing. If everything was like, running the way that you want every second of your life, you wouldn't feel any type of way. You wouldn't feel negativity. You wouldn't feel any mood other than just happiness and joy. And that would get really boring.
Right.
So when I experience a negative mood or experience negative emotions, to me, it's like a prompt. Like, hey, what's going on with you? Hey, what perspective are you focusing on that's getting you out of alignment? Hey, what is it that you want next? Like, it's almost like a wake up call for me. So
Right.
when you say that I've been managing it, all I've been doing is not letting y'all on the outside see it. It still happens on the inside, but I'm having inner conversations with myself and I'm seeking and searching within myself instead of letting it spill out into the external and onto people and blaming people or saying, hey, maybe this is happening because of your fault, right? It's taking ownership of it for myself. So there are internal moods that are still happening. Okay. You're just not privy to them.
Oh, so we just don't get to share it with you.
No, yeah, I'm just not sharing it with you.
That's all we need. That's how it works, people. People in real time, you just saw how it works.
I'm glad that works for you.
That's how it is. There's nothing. Be moody, but just keep it to yourself. Don't share it with everybody else.
Moodiness is not to be shared.
No. Good job, Boo Boo.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
What does moodiness to being too moody look like in dating?
I think being too moody in dating is getting angry at stuff very easily. Like, oh, you're late. I'm mad at you. Oh, you didn't choose a good restaurant. I'm upset about it.
Right.
Oh, you didn't call me enough times. You didn't text me. You didn't answer me. You know, I like you. I want to talk to you. I want to see you. Oh, but I don't want to see you because you didn't text me when I text you and you made me wait for 20 minutes. Like it's the up and down and in and out and all over the place. It's like, just let me know what you need.
Right.
And so I could get to know you. Just let me know who you are.
That was good. Okay. Well, you're on a roll here. What does moodiness look like in marriage relationships?
Moodiness in marriages. Why didn't you do that? When are you going to do this? How come you're doing that? How come you're not doing this? It would be,
that's good.
I need more of this from you. And there's not enough of that from you. Yeah.
All right.
But I do love you and I'm happy to be with you, but you're not doing enough. And why aren't you?
Yeah.
That's moodiness in marriage.
That's true. Yeah. Oh boy.
What else? What else do you need to know?
Moodiness at work.
Moodiness at work.
Yeah.
You're not doing a good job, but I need you to be on time. I'm glad that you're on time and I'm glad you got that done, but you need to do more. It's not enough. Yeah. When are you going to do this? Don't ask me for anything.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's your fault this didn't work. You need to work harder. What else are you doing? What else could you be doing? Stop talking to each other.
I just realized expression
I'm paying you.
Expression on my face is how I feel inside right now. I'm like, even just hearing you say that.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Don't ask me for any money.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So everybody can relate to that. People can relate, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Moodiness.
That's a roller coaster right there.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. No, thank you.
I'm glad I could help, facilitate that for you.
All right. So I need some relief. Let's look at why people do this. I need some understanding.
Okay. Let's figure it out.
Okay. Now, so if you're doing this is probably one of the reasons why you're doing it or the people around you. Okay. So one of the first things, stress or burnout. Prolonged exposure to stress can make emotions harder to regulate. So let's say the person's not getting enough sleep, they're overworked, they got the kids, and the kids are constantly, and they don't got any time for themselves.
They're going through menopause.
Actually, yeah. Menopause is one too. Yeah. Menopause is one too. Good
true.
Point.
It's true.
It's true. It's very true.
I've had the most moods during menopause than I've had in my life, I think.
Yeah, it's very true. Unresolved emotional pain.
Yes.
Suppressed feelings from the past. Experiences might surface erratically. So trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are big ones.
Can I add something? I think also fear of failure. I think people get real moody in situations where they feel like they're failing. Also, and what would go along with that is perfectionism. There are a lot of people that are perfectionists, and when they don't feel like others are meeting their standard, they get real moody because they feel like it's a reflection on them. And I think that happens with employers. I think it happens with parents. I think it happens with spouses.
Right.
Everyone is trying to be, I say it all the time, Instagram perfect. And when they feel like that perfectionism is not showing up, they want to control the people outside of themselves, and they get real moody when they can't control every aspect of every little thing. And it's just not possible. You can't control everything.
Very true. I agree. Communication patterns. Struggling to express effectively may lead to emotional bottling or outbursts. So they can't really express it. So they just get pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I have somebody in my family circle, that is just so moody. So moody. And just how quickly they can go from complaining to laughing to getting pissed off to wanting to fight somebody to laughing to just anger, to frustration, to tears, and it's a man. It's like, whoa. And once again,
take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy, man. Like,
calm down.
Somebody give that man a hug.
Yep.
And once again, I got to back away from it because I can only do but so much to be like, okay. But once I see people like just like shut down to it, and that they're determined to keep going back to that, then I'm going to move out the way. Yeah. And just go have at it. Have at it. I'll be over there somewhere. Right. I'm just going to disconnect myself. And I think this person really does not even see it. No. They cannot see it. I know exactly who you're talking about. And they do not see it. I know you know. Yeah. And I love to be a mirror for that person. Look at what you're doing. Right. But I've done it. I've done it and shown them. Yeah. Because it's got like, okay, if you're going to be around me to that degree, I'm going to have to tell you about yourself. Yeah. In a positive way. In a positive way. And then when I do it, they're like, oh, stay tuned tomorrow. Yeah. Here we go again. A few hours later. They're back. Back at it again. So then it's like, okay, this ain't. But we got to show grace because that's, I'm here. I'm saying it again. It's programming. Oh, no. It's their thermostat setting. And I'm showing grace. Yeah. And I'm showing grace. You know what? I'm the art of allowing. Yes. If that's what you want to be, I'm going to allow you to be who you are and express yourself the way you want to express yourself. But that does not mean that I have to put myself in that energy. It means limited access. You're going to let them, but you're also going to let yourself do what you need to do so that you are managed and taken care of, and doesn't make you moody, which makes all the sense in the world. Exactly. Which is just a fallout from moody people. Like if you are a moody person, I will tell you right now, there are people avoiding you. Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you. They are avoiding you. They are uninviting you. They are not wanting to return your phone calls. Like that is just an outcome of being a moody person. Mm-hmm. That's just part of it. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so now that we covered what it is being too moody, how it affects other people, why other people don't like it. Yeah. We covered why people do it. So now the next logical step is to go, how can I start fixing it? Yeah. So I think like with all of these traits, it really starts with wanting it. Mm-hmm. Wanting to see if that's what you're doing, you have to go like, because if you don't want to do something, it's like they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him piss in it. Right. And so you can only lead people there. So you can't make them. So I can bring it up to the person, but if the person doesn't want to do it, it's a waste of time. Yeah. So the first step would be to go, if this is something that I'm doing, I would like to see it and I would like to change it. Mm-hmm. Once you do that, the door opens up. The doors of possibilities, just voila, they're open. And so that would be step one. Okay. And I would also recommend that sometimes it's hard for people to see it, even when they want to see it. Right. So if you have someone in your life that you can trust, that you feel close to, that won't throw it in your face, have a conversation with them and ask them like, hey, let them know what you're trying to accomplish, that you want to grow. And ask them loving, if you see something that I'm doing, if I'm doing these things, am I? And if I am doing it, can you let me know when I'm doing it? Yeah. And can you bring it to my attention? And come up with a little strategy of how you would like them to bring it to your attention. But you also, if you're going to do that, though, you have to commit to not becoming defensive and not getting your feelings hurt. Mm-hmm. If you're asking people for honest feedback, you gotta not react, because
that's really bad to do that, to ask people to share with you their experience of you and then to get mad at them.
Right. I agree.
Not kind.
If you guys want to learn more, then get the ebook. It goes deeper into strategies that you can use to fix it and even daily exercises. So another thing you can do is to keep a journal to track patterns and triggers for emotional shifts. So start being aware, like, when are you doing it? Mm-hmm. When are these moods changing? And what's the triggers that are causing your moods to change?
Yeah.
And then that'll start giving you deeper insight. And it's one of those things where once you tap onto one, it leads to the next answer.
The unfolding.
Unfolding, right.
Yeah.
And so start with that. But once again, guys, if you want to live a better life, if you want to have better relationships, then you have to look at yourself. Yeah. And that's not always easy, but it's always worth it. And if we can do it, you can do it too. If you need help, we got you.
I would just like to add to that. You can change anything you want about yourself. And I think it starts with that belief. Like, once I realize something about myself that's not getting results, that I could change it. You don't need to blame anybody. You don't need to get upset at yourself. You don't need to say, who made you this way? You just need to make a decision. I've decided that I'm a different type of person, because your brain is always going to run your programming, but you also have a spirit and a mind, and your mind can observe the programming and change the programming anytime that you want. So moodiness is not going to get you the love and the connection and the results that you want to get in life. So if you observe this in yourself, just decide, do you want to change it? And we're here to help.
That change, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yes. Voila. This is growth, people. You got anything else you want to say?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I got a lot of that one.
I like talking about this stuff with you.
Me too.
Yes, I love it.
So, it's better to talk about being irritating than to be irritating.
Yeah, 100%, right. I love it. So I just want to thank all of you for hanging out with us. We love and appreciate you.
Yes, love every single one of you listeners.
Yes, we do. So make sure you're connecting with us over Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at The Amazing Clarks.
That's right. If you guys want to get a copy, don't forget of How to Stop Being an Irritating Person, 20 Irritating Traits That Pushes People Away and How to Fix Them, then you can download your copy at theamazingclarks.com. If you guys are interested in becoming a life coach or just want to learn some skills to life coach yourself or the other people around you, then check out our life coach training and certification course at lawofattractionlifecoachacademy.com. And if you haven't got a chance to get a copy of our book, Crack the Code, Secrets to Achieving Your Happily Ever After, make sure you pick up your copy today. Yes. Available at Amazon.com. This is a bestseller. This is for singles as well as couples. And last but not least, if you want to coach with Anthony and Melanie Clark, you can coach with us via Zoom or by phone, no matter where you live around the globe. And you may even be able to coach with us in the LA area or in the North Carolina, Charlotte area if you play your cards right. But to learn more, go to theamazingclarks.com or reach out to us and we got you.
Yes. And remember, to go there, you got to grow there.
There you go, people. We gave it to you. Now what you going to do with it?
Love the Amazing Clarks.
See you next time.
See you next time.